So many of you keep on asking if I'm going to go and come back and talk some more to you. Well, today once more, as I had early in the morning, I had a call, and when I answered the people who were asking me about this call, and they were saying, and these were callers from Europe, I mean callers from Belgium and callers from France, and for some interesting reason callers from the Netherlands. And these callers were saying, we know now for sure that you are the long-awaited Saoshyant we had upon the planet for so many, many years. Well, interesting that you all woke up. But does it do anything for myself, for my being, who I am? No, it doesn't. And I'll tell you something else. And this may come to you as a big surprise. I have witnessed upon your planet some of the greatest atrocities man can deliver to man. Before I have spoken about, of course, World War II. And as I was speaking to you about World War II, I also have to remind myself about the hundreds of thousands of people who are upon this planet suffering. And I call you wherever and whomever you are, and whether you get angry with me or not angry with me, whether you agree or disagree, I am the Saoshyant, and thus capable of awakening you to the fact that religious hatred, religious wars and miseries need to come to the end. One Protestant doesn't like the other Protestant. One form of Catholic doesn't like the other form of Catholic. One form of Judaism doesn't like the other. Other form of Muslims doesn't like the other Muslim. And you go on and on and on and on, spreading vibrations of hatred and destruction. So I felt today, I have to warn you, as energies upon your planet are rapidly changing. Also for you in the United States, and I don't gain or lose by it. Neither does our country gain or lose, I hope not. Or your country gain or lose, I hope not. Because I pray for the people in the United States of America, that they make an assessment. And yes, you can see it when the man McCain speaks to crowd and the people are chanting too long whatever he wants to chant. He turns around angrily, and little boys and little girls, they look up from, oh my. That is not a man to choose as a leader of your country. Explosive and angry. Many of you are racist, but the soul has no color. The soul is perfect. The soul comes from that what is pure of creation. To answer these that have asked me this morning, yes, yes, yes. Of course, I answer you the same as you asked me the question. Do I believe that many of these religions, even in ancient Egypt, took off of Zarathustra's life, of Zarathustra's existence, that there were even engravings in the Great Pyramid of Zarathustra, and from made and created, or whatever, whether you agree or not, the Jesus story, and whatever else was fabricated out of it. But we will leave this, because we do not need any more religious hatred and religious destruction. Because it isn't the religions that will decide this planet. It is the all gentle and wonderful being, and the many other beings in this universe. And whether it was that they called Ahura Mazda, whether they called him a god, a part of the many gods, or whether they talked about the sophisticated planet, Neferu, and that these came from Neferu, or they came from another planet further away than the sun. Because there are other, as I have told you for so very long, there are other many inhabited planets in many galaxies. You know, the little brains with their big bang. Sometimes it's scary how egotistical thinking or analyzing or assessing can create us more problems, pain and suffering. I am warning the many countries out there during this coming long cycle of changes upon the planet, and whether it is political or whether it is earthquake activities or whether it is storms, tornadoes, cyclones, hurricanes, whatever you want to consider, or sheer malicious insanity of human beings. This year, this energy, until January, will be in great flux. And I just pray for the people in Washington to be safe from now throughout of January. I pray for the people in Africa in government to be safe. And also I pray for all the people, and it doesn't matter to me where you're from, whether you're from Cuba or Indonesia or South Africa. I just want you to be safe and wise. Stay away from war and hatred. Your planet needs to readjust itself. When you siphon oil out of the bowels of your planet and replace it with water which is much lighter, your Earth is going to tip into a certain direction. I ask you, I am the Saoshyant, so you read about the Saoshyant. I ask all the Zarathustrians, whether into Mithraism or not, all Zoroastrians, Zatusht, wherever you are, to keep up the balance, the wisdom that you were taught throughout of the ages. Do not be involved in war. Still, as we sit here today, we know that there are many out there who wish no hatred and only wish compassion and kindness. And with this, I wish all of you, wherever you may be, that you search your heart and that you come to the Saoshyant, so that we can raise you up and keep you informed as long as I'm possibly amongst you. Sometimes, just sometimes, I would like to use you for some help wherever you are. But with this, I wish you well. Goodbye.